Well, I've been paying more attention than I normally do to the news lately, partly because there's just a lot of crap going on. But it always brings to light the great hypocrisy, the pot calling the kettle black. Our news media has been squawking, well, our government has been squawking about Russian involvement in the Ukraine. And at the same time, they completely downplay what we've been doing in Syria, which is almost exactly the same thing. It's just incredible to me how you can try to throw all the blame for something on somebody else when you're pulling the same crap. It's interesting, but it is just plain hypocrisy. And even in Israel and Palestine, we try to downplay our involvement in that. And we're giving them billions of dollars a year. So every time they go and blow up a Palestinian school or a playground, you better think it's your money that's being used for that. You can't ignore that. They've been squawking about how you're putting these sanctions on the Russian economy. And at the same time, they keep telling us our economy's getting better. Oh, it's just getting better all the time. And it truthfully isn't. This thing they've got going is one gigantic Ponzi scheme, and it's coming to a crashing end. But yet, oh yeah, somebody else's economy is bad. It's just ridiculous. But it goes on and on. And I'm sure, people believe that. It must work when they tell that nonsense. But all you got to do is look around you and pay some attention. You'll see. Doesn't have a hell of a lot of effect on me. Just, I find it aggravating. I'm saying, we wanted to get into Syria. Well, we are into Syria way more than they admit. We have advisors there. Yeah, you're damn right. And a few airplanes that happen to be left over from Turkey. And, and that's the thing, too. When they want to put them sanctions on, of course, the European Union really doesn't want to get involved in that because it's not to their advantage at all. What do they care? But we drag them into it. Like Poland just got their fingers slapped by some World Humanitarian Court for allowing us to do torture in Poland. We can't torture, no, but we can talk Poland into letting us go over there, torture there. Then it's just fine. Now, Poland gets in trouble, and we walk away scot-clean. Turkey, same thing happened. So I don't, why the European Union wants to get involved with us. It always makes me mad now when, in theory, we can't export oil. But, of course, like the Ukraine can't pay their gas bill to Russia, so we say, oh, that's fine, we'll pay it, and then we'll start exporting oil. Well, it's only going to bring the price of our oil up here. Really short-sighted. That whole oil thing, that fracking, we've got a hell of a lot of that going on in the western end of this state, and it always irritates me. They have so incredible much power, the oil companies now, Because they can buy every politician that's around. You know, money talks, always does. Well, when there's politicians involved. Because money's what's important to them, because they want to get re-elected, because they want to stay in power, and power is the thing. Nothing else matters. You don't have to have ethics, or be honest in any way, as long as you have power. I just find it extremely irritating. And a great case of hypocrisy. You know, like in Israel there, that is so horribly one-sided. You know, when Israel always squawks that they're the victim, always the victim. In the meantime, they run off, I think it's like 85% of the Palestinians' land, and they're going for more. They don't want to wipe them out completely because they got to keep them Palestinians around to do the shit jobs. They want, you know, use Palestine like kind of a slum, and you bring in your workers from there. But it's just a joke. It's why we believe that, why we, I don't know. But at least we got to quit passing out all them millions and billions of dollars. Every new weapon system we come up with goes over to Israel because we know they'll use it. They'll try it out for us. But even now it got to the point where, you know, even as blind as we are to that, we're starting to say, well, you know, maybe they're getting a little out of hand. Well, yeah, and they ain't done by a long shot. But every time some sanctions come up in the UN on it, on Israel, for the crap that they pull, we immediately veto it. For no good reason. And you wonder why the world doesn't trust us. Yeah, well. But don't believe the crap they tell you. I know I was talking to a guy earlier this week. He happened to come up. I don't normally get into conversations with people. But I was talking to him and he said, you know, sometimes he said, I don't think they're telling us everything. Well, if that ain't an understatement, you know, it actually just made me laugh. Telling us everything. They don't tell us crap. They tell us what they want us to know. And it's all lies. Most of history is lies. What you think of as history is mostly lies. At best, half-truths. But, no matter.